Welcome to Denver, Colorado football fans. A great look at Empower Field here at Mile High Stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Denver. Marvin Mims now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
They'll throw. First play with Nix. Throwing the out route complete. He pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the bootleg. He's going to tuck it and run. Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that first down.
Yard gain. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 44.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And they hold him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Nix trying to sneak it. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle. Get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. And they're brought out by a quarterback celebrating a decade now as an NFL starter. Originally the 135th pick back in that 2016 NFL draft, it's Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. And his leadership, his stats.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the jaw and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Offense no doubt jolted awake with that very first play, partner. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. And that means they're going to face 3rd down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. Disappointing way to begin this one as he is stopped for no gain, and 3 plays in, Brock, they're already facing 4th down.
That down and distance certainly is not an obvious rundown, but I kind of like the draw play. There's some risk, there's some reward, and there was no reward on that one as it gets stuffed before it gets going.
Cowboys putting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. He'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The Denver offense taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Nix from the gun. That's dropped off for Dobbins. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Nix now on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. 3rd and long for him here. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Forces one through double coverage. Now it's intercepted. And the Cowboys take possession just shy of midfield, following the interception and a lengthy return. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. 1st down. Here's Dak. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
Almost a very quick drive, but the drop kick gives him new life. This is second down. Back to the air, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they come through the sack to bring around third down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. Here he goes, third and long. Catch made. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 64-yard attempt.
It's no good and had the leg, but his aim wide right. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing on first down, Nix. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away. Well, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read, Brock. Got him on a pick on the last drive, and they should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception, like back-to-back drives, that's a really hard walk off the field.
It's a gain of 4 there, and the Broncos will have a first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Play action with Nix. He finds Ingram working downfield here. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos go up 6-0 here in the first. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos 7, Cowboys 0.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 14. First down, Cowboys.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10, Prescott. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
13 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. He brings it in. Then he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Dak now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
Quarterback of his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Prescott now on 3rd down. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Broncos offense all set to go. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that day.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Hits his running back. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pull out in front further, 13-10. J.K. Dobbins with a touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14. Cowboys nothing.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cowboys about set to take over. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Run begins with a run. It's Williams. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Prescott here from the gun. Short pass brought in. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big play is down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Screen here for Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Down to the air here. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Brought down by the first-time All-Pro Nick Bonito.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Throw here, 3rd down. Right side, Ferguson's got it. And this one does not go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. They do snap it. Here's Prescott. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
first down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Give to Williams from the gun. He's still going at the 30. And he nearly gets him into the red zone as he's down at the 22. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Another Cowboys first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First and 10. Here's Prescott. Has him on a quick hitter. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and goal, Dallas.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. First and goal, here's Williams. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's second and goal from the 6. Design bootleg here. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
To come up with an unlikely 15 here on third and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the defense is down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This one from an even 40 yards out.
A 40-yard attempt.
Aubrey puts it through, and that'll get him back to 11.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Nick's off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And He has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He's got it. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Nix from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on.
He runs it across, touchdown! The Broncos making a 3-possession game. J.K. Dobbins with a touchdown, his 3rd total score in this game.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos push their lead to 18.
21. Cowboys 3.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Turpin with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Cade, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, but really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun is Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's 3rd down now. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that pass through contact, and you couldn't do it.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st down, here's Dak. Still going at the 30. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. A handoff to Williams. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Back to throw. Here's Dak. On screen here to Blue. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And he's caught. He's got Lamb. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Running right, it's Williams. And he won't challenge for the goal line. It's a stop made at the 4. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Looking from the pistol, Prescott. Catch is made in close. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Williams. And he's going to be stopped. 3rd goal winds up losing yardage. And now, Brock, will they challenge them again on 4th and goal?
A loss of 2 yards.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
They want the touchdown on 4th and goal. They're going for it from the 3. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Cowboys make it an 11-point ball game.
21. Cowboys 10.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
On the return, here's Mims. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Williams. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 1st down.
Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter 1st down. Now Prescott. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here, and I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long for him here. He's running for it. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Dallas.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Prescott here from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Dallas.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Williams now on 1st and 10. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Now here's Prescott. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. And you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate. It has been a brutal couple quarters. And if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is caught inside the 15. They get 28 out of that play. That's good for a Cowboys first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Cowboys facing a deficit near the break. Dak now from the gun. Has it down close. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Pickens motioning left. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
2 yards. It's 4th down.
Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Aubrey puts it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. On the return, here's Mims. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here comes the Bronco offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap to Nix. This is Sutton working the right side. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Throwing on first down, Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Portland Sutton, the man he was after. And it sets up second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Ooh, put some air under this one, right side. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long, they're going to throw. They try to set the screen. Dobbins. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Once more, it's Nix. This one's caught. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Nix to throw again. That's him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Had a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here comes the Cowboy offense for the opening possession of the 3rd. That passing game they went to in the 1st half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half, too, as they chase this lead. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. 2nd half starts with a run by Williams. Looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Prescott is hit, he lost the football. Oh, they got it back, they can try and salvage something. And this one, not surprisingly, brought the loss of yards, as they had to scramble to even get that football back. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now they got to be special.
The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
New set of downs for him from the 46. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
They dropped their chance to get off the field. Let's see if this offense can make them pay. 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. Throw here, 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
First down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. He's going to have about 2. It's 2nd down now.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he's stopped just shy of that first down at the 28. 3rd down upcoming.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Nix trying to sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
All set now. 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Nix holds on to it. It's a pickup on 11. And the Broncos will have a first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Broncos first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
They'll give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's Nix. Brought in by his back. Dobbins. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos lead by 15 now.
Cowboys 13.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Turpin with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Getting out to his left. He can run it. And Prescott finds him a first as he slides down to end the run.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
After that little 8-yard scoop, here comes 2nd and 2. They toss to Williams, headed right. And they make the stop, let's say, at about the 37-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Straight ahead with Williams. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They pick the hands off. Now Prescott. That's Pickens with a catch outright. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Finds him over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll run the toss for Williams. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
That's pretty good reaction time, Kate, right there from that defense. The flow to get to the edge and cut off that toss play. What could have been a big gain is kept to minimal yardage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun is Prescott. Stepping up and takes off for this one. And this one doesn't go far.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Dak to the air here. Screen here for Williams. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Prescott takes off with it. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Dak out of the pistol. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Dude, how many times have we sat in meetings and heard from offensive coordinators, you get down to this area, we got to be able to run it. Got to be able to run it. We get time coverage. So you know what you should do? Run it.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal. Prescott will look to throw. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Aubrey puts it through. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
slobbering at it. Kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Has this at the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos send quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
A give to Dobbins. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Air it out on 3rd. He'll make a big for it on the ground. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. An excellent game, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
So we're through 3 here. The Broncos have the football, Brock, and with that lead, might have a win in just a little while, too. Second down now, they need 7. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, and that brings up 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. They're left with 4th down here.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And it's out of bounds. Took a bounce and it's going to be marked right along the 30-yard line. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. First and 10 now from the 30. Dak now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cowboys.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Dak off the play fake. He keeps it and takes off. And he's tackled for a short gain.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Start offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Prescott here from the gun. That's caught by Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Prescott now on third down. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. And they make the tackle at the 38. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10, Prescott. Go to the right side. He's caught by Ferguson. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Dak throwing again. Jukes away from one. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Prescott to throw once more. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. He's got the first down grab and still going. And in for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys now within one score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys trim the deficit down to 5.
28. Cowboys 23.
after making this a 5-point ball game. They kick it off. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. So read here, and this is Dobbins. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Broncos, 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, ball at the 36. Running it again with Dobbins. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Nix looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Cowboys bringing out an extra defensive back on 3rd. Throw here, 3rd down. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 22. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said and how long that game was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field. It paid dividends.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Broncos 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Dobbins, running left. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Carry here for Dobbins. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Here he goes, third and long. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Yeah, Brian Schottenheimer saw that last play a little differently. He is challenging the ruling on the field.
Previous play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. He's got it on the bootleg. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Nix from the gun. He'll try and run this. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. It's a Bo Nix touchdown.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos push the lead up to 12.
Broncos 35, Cowboys 23.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Turpin with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
And 8 at the 28-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working from the pistol, Prescott. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away. The intended target was his running back. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
You're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Denver set to take the field on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He's keeping it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Broncos. 1st down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Nix off the play action. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just roll. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos go up by 19.
Broncos 42, Cowboys 23.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the gun is Prescott. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Heads out on the bootleg. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up second down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Throwing again is Dak. That's Lamb running slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. He is down to the 30-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Throwing again, Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrives as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up second down.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Second down, here's Prescott again. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and come right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Dak out of the pistol. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Cowboys 30.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And this one's covered by the Broncos hands team. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Give up the middle to Harvey. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Harvey once more. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Nick's trying to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the
That brings us to the
31-yard
2-minute
line.
warning here in Denver. Broncos holding a 12-point lead. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. And he's going to take a knee. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. It's Harvey straight ahead. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Third down, and they need to get 10. Harvey gets it on the counter. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Fair or unfair, I sit in a little bit of a judgment seat next to you up here, Kate, and I got to judge that one. That tells me that coach trusts his defense more than he does his offense in that situation.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This from 48 on the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. So they'll decline this and take the results. Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Turpin with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Lamb brings it in yet again. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Prescott here from the gun. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So to the side of Maine, mile-high salutes throughout the building. It's a win at home for the Broncos. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.